Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to another video by Blissful Techno Health. So in this video, I decided to go ahead and test out what would be the best main weapon for a Summon Necromancer. I did a decent amount of research online, reading forums and looking at different websites and build guides, and there's a few different items that people really talk about would be the best, but I wanted to put them to the test. So I ran a bunch of runs using each of these items, seeing which one actually helps with your clear speed and what's gonna be like in real game beneficial. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Alright, so the main reason I'm doing this video is one, I want to share with you guys, and two, I have my level 90 Necromancer on ladder. Now, I'm currently running an Arm of King Leoric, but I wanted to see and test out where am I going, like where's my final main weapon that I want to be holding. So I used the character builder online to create basically a duplicate of my level 90 Necromancer here, Mr. McBoney. Okay, so I created this guy so I could test out different weapons to see what's ultimately going to be best for me. And I want to share with you guys what I have found out. There's 4 different main items I'm playing with here. Okay, I've got a Beast Rune Word, I've got Heart of the Oak, I've got an Arm of King Leoric, which is what I'm currently holding on my ladder character, and I also created a Last Wish. Okay, people really recommend Beast online because you get that level 9 Fanaticism aura, which boosts up your damage on all of your minions. Last Wish I was looking at, nobody talked about it, but I was looking at all the rune words. It gives you a level 17 Might aura. And I was able to throw it in this 6-socket crystal sword. The biggest downfall of the Last Wish is it's like insanely expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. I mean, look at all those high runes to make this guy. Okay, and obviously we got a Hoto, which is a lot more reasonable. You got a Vex and a Pole. And then you got your Arm of King Leoric. But the question is, which one actually clears the fastest? Which one's actually the most beneficial? And is there that much of a difference? Is it worth it? So, to test it out, I went ahead and recorded all of these different runs I ran using the different items. The main places I ran were Chaos Sanctuary and Cows. Now, initially I ran Chaos Sanctuary because I wanted to see how quickly I could clear Chaos Sanctuary with each item. Granted, I was using Corpse Explosion and whatnot and clearing them as fast as possible. Then I decided after that, let's test this with Cows, but not use any Corpse Explosion. Just how strong are my minions? How fast can they clear the Cow level with no help besides the gear that I'm wearing, right? No Corpse Explosion. That was the real good test. So let's get into that some more. All right, so this first run I'm showing, this was using the Arm of King Leoric. This run took me about 9 minutes. So honestly, not the best. But let's go ahead and check out this sample footage just so you can get a real idea of how long it takes for my minions to kill some cows. Okay, so in this next run, I was using Beast in that double axe. And this run was quite a bit better. Instead of the 9 minutes, like with the Arm of King Leoric, this one was just barely over 7 minutes. It was about 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So with my minions getting that Fanaticism aura, it really helped a lot. Let's take a look at the stats of the Fanaticism aura to see specifically how much help they're getting. Okay, I'm going to try to explain a lot of detail in this as best I can, but it's difficult for me to explain, and there's some interesting quirks in here that we need to discuss. So on the level 9 Fanaticism aura, you've got an increased attack speed of 29%, You've got an attack rating boost of 80%, Plus you have party / player damage. Party is 93, player is 186. Couple of things. The attack speed, when I look it up online, there are people saying that the attack speed does not affect your minions, and there are people say, who does it affect your minions? So the question is, does it actually work? Well, I jumped in the game, summoned one skeleton, and I looked at his gameplay with and without the Fanaticism aura. And I'm telling you right now, the Fanaticism aura attack speed definitely increased the attack speed of the skeleton. If you want to watch until the end of the video, I will show you that verification. Now, one thing that is a little confusing is the party / player damage. I'm not entirely sure if summons are considered as part of party or player damage. When I looked it up, there's very little information on it. I'm going to assume that they are considered player damage since they are your summon. I also tested it with the mercenary. With the mercenary, he's definitely considered party damage because I had Last Wish in one arm, and then on swap I had Beast. When I swapped between the two, there was a huge increase in the mercenary's damage when wielding Last Wish. Now, Last Wish is using the Might aura, and the level of Might on there gives it a 200% increased damage, which is very close to this 186 if my mercenary was considered part of my damage, like a summon possibly. But no, he didn't. So that verifies he's considered a party member. But I'm still not 100% on the summons. If you guys know for sure and can point me to a reliable source, let me know. Okay, so now let's check out some sample footage of the clear speed using Beast. Okay, so this run I was wielding Last Wish. Last Wish has the level 17 Might aura, which gives you a 200% enhanced damage boost. This run actually was the exact same time of a clear speed as when I was wielding the Beast in my main slot. So I thought that was interesting. Literally, and I ran a couple of each, they were very neck and neck, so not really much of a difference. Regardless, let's go ahead and check out some sample footage so you can see what the clear speed looks like. So, I would deduce that the best in slot from these three items is definitely going to be the Beast Runeword in that double axe. Because even though we had the same clear speed as with Last Wish is ridiculously more expensive than it is to make Beast. Beast is still pretty spendy, it's got that bear rune in it, but that's a lot more manageable than Last Wish. Last Wish is loaded, man. So with that, I would definitely go with Beast. Now, one thing I want to point out is that when I was running Chaos Sanctuary, between the Arm of King Leoric and Beast or Last Wish, there was very little difference. But I was also running with Corpse Explosion. Now, with Corpse Explosion, you're able to clear enemies a lot faster. And so really what it boils down to is getting just those little spread out kills from your minions or those first initial kills so you can start using your Corpse Explosion. And with using Corpse Explosion, there wasn't a huge massive difference between the two. Granted, definitely if you're going to be boss fighting, Beast is going to be killer because it increases that damage for those target bosses. You're not going to have bodies all over the place to explode with Corpse Explosion if you're fighting a main boss like Bale, Diablo, or maybe the Ubers or whatever. So definitely would recommend Beast from all of this test data that I've done. Now, I do want to talk about Hoto for a minute. Using a Hoto is definitely better than the Arm of King Leoric. It's nice because you get the +3 to all skills, so it helps everything across the board. And you also get the faster cast rate, which helps you with your teleporting around, and your it's faster when you're summoning minions. And that's actually really nice when you're having to raise like 30 freaking revives. Also, with the Arm of King Leoric, if you get hit, there's a % chance if you get hit that it summons, it says bone prison, but it summons like a bone wall around you and you get stuck. And that's actually caused me to be killed a few times. Talk about annoying. Especially before I had Enigma and you couldn't teleport out of there. It would trap you in an area with some monsters and you couldn't get out of there. So that's really annoying. So I would recommend the Hoto over the Arm of King Leoric. Obviously, I would recommend Beast over the Hoto because you get that Fanaticism aura, whereas with Hoto, you don't. Now, earlier I told you that I tested the increased attack speed boost that your minions get from that level 9 Fanaticism aura. Like I said, some people debated whether it actually works or not. This footage is going to tell you if it actually works or not. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so I have Beast on swap. Now you can tell when I have Beast on because 1, I'm holding the double axe, but 2, I have the orange aura on the ground. When the orange aura goes away, that's when I'm on swap, so I lose the increased attack speed. So just pay attention to my skeleton and my swaps and we can see the difference. Slightly faster. He's definitely a little faster. Okay, so that settles that. Looks like it takes a minute for it to adjust, though. It's not. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I think that settles it. My skeleton definitely has a faster attack speed when he has a Fanaticism aura on. So I definitely would think that helps with your clear speed as well. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it and found it helpful. I definitely learned quite a bit making the video. One thing I like about making these YouTube videos is I continue to learn more about the game as I go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future content. And soon I'm going to be putting up a video about which aura is best for the Act 2 mercenary for your summons. The answer might surprise you, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.